December begins not with sound, but with a hush, a breath drawn across mountains, valleys, and distant seas. Frost glimmers like stardust on rooftops, while lights bloom in windows like captured fire. Somewhere, a violin hums beneath the falling snow. Somewhere else, laughter spills into the cold air like smoke from a chimney. This is not one story, but many, stitched together by the rhythm of winter. You can feel it under your boots, in your pulse, in the glow that refuses to fade. Each dawn arrives slower now, wrapped in silver mist. Each night, the sky opens like a cathedral made of stars. There's beauty in the stillness, and truth in the light. For a moment, even time seems to bow to the season. The continent breathes as one, from its frozen peaks to its sunlit coasts. Every note, every echo, is part of a grand, silent symphony. You don't just see December, you feel it resonate in your bones. A harmony of past and present, warmth and wonder. This is Echoes of December. Discover the heartbeat of a continental Christmas. Anchorage, Alaska, USA. Anchorage, Alaska, the northernmost metropolis in the United States, stands as the threshold between human ambition and untamed nature. Cradled between the Cook Inlet and the Chugach Mountains, it's a city defined by its geography, wild, majestic, and unpredictable. Its history began with the Alaska Railroad, when workers built a new frontier out of frozen soil and grit. Yet long before the first rails were laid, the Dena'ina Athabascan people had already called this land home for thousands of years. Their spirit still flows through the rivers and the mountains. Anchorage honors that heritage through museums, art, and storytelling that keep ancestral memory alive. Architecturally, the city is a mix of frontier resilience and modern minimalism. Buildings are low and sturdy, designed to endure the force of winter winds. The Anchorage Museum stands as a beacon of art and identity, blending history with innovation. Then December arrives and everything changes. The long nights shimmer with a different kind of light. Downtown Anchorage becomes a stage for winter's theater. The trees are wrapped in colors, and the scent of pine and cinnamon floats through the air. Locals skate across frozen ponds while music echoes from the Christmas market. Every cafe feels like a refuge, glowing from within against the Arctic dark. The holiday tree lighting at Town Square Park gathers everyone, from lifelong Alaskans to first-time travelers. And when the northern lights begin to ripple across the sky, the crowd falls silent, a shared awe under the cosmic glow. Here, Christmas is more than celebration. It's survival with joy, warmth against the endless cold. Anchorage embodies that balance, resilience and beauty, solitude and connection. Drive south toward Girdwood, where ski slopes glisten beneath starlit skies. Or follow the trails where moose wander through fresh snow. Everywhere, nature remains part of the story. Anchorage isn't just the edge of America. It's where the continent breathes in winter. And in December, its heartbeat echoes through every light, every snowflake, every song. Jasper, Alberta, Canada. There is a corner of the world where winter breeds poetry. Jasper, Alberta. Here, the mountains don't stand still. They dream in shades of white and blue. Every pine tree hums with frost, and the rivers flow beneath glassy silence. Jasper is not just a town, it's a heartbeat beneath the snow. Long ago, the railway carved its path through this wilderness, and people followed the call of beauty. They built wooden homes and stone bridges, leaving their stories behind for the wind to tell. Now, the air carries both history and hope. Every December, the town lights up like a secret kept by the mountains. The scent of pine and cocoa lingers in the cold. Children skate under fairy lights. Lovers walk hand in hand along frozen trails. At the center, the Christmas market glows, soft music, wool scarves, and warm laughter rising into the night. And above it all, the northern lights move like spirits dancing in the dark. It feels like time has stopped just to watch. Jasper in winter is a world suspended between dream and reality. The mountains seem alive, watching, listening, protecting. The stars burn colder, brighter, closer. Every footstep in the snow becomes part of the season's rhythm. Even silence here has a sound, the sound of peace. You begin to understand that Christmas is not only a day, but a feeling. It's the warmth between strangers, the glow inside the heart when the world turns white. In Jasper, that feeling becomes real, tangible, crystalline. The wild and the human find harmony, even if only for a moment. And when you finally leave, the whisper of the mountains follows you. Because once you've felt Jasper in December, you never truly leave. Banff, Alberta, Canada. If you could bottle the spirit of Christmas, it might just smell like Banff in December. Nestled high in the Canadian Rockies, this alpine town feels like a dream tucked inside a snowflake. Banff's story began with a discovery: natural hot springs hidden deep in the mountains. That moment in 1883 sparked the birth of Canada's first national park. Over a century later, the town still feels wild, yet wonderfully welcoming. Strolling along Banff Avenue, you'll find cozy cafes, log cabins, and windows dressed in winter sparkle. The architecture blends rustic Canadian charm with European alpine grace. Wooden chalets, peaked roofs, and stone chimneys seem to wink at the passing snow. The scent of fresh-baked pastries and pine fills the streets. Locals greet you with smiles warmer than their wool scarves. Come December, Banff becomes a living holiday card. The town hosts its Christmas market, bursting with handmade crafts, local treats, and glowing lights. Choirs sing carols beneath the glowing backdrop of Mount Rundle. Kids line up for sleigh rides while couples stroll hand in hand under drifting snow. At Lake Louise, the frozen water turns into a mirror for the northern lights. The Fairmont Banff Springs, that grand stone castle, looks like it was built just for Christmas dreams. Inside, fireplaces crackle and chandeliers shimmer over festive feasts. Outside, snowshoers and skiers carve through powdery trails. You can feel a pulse here, a rhythm of peace and play woven together. Maybe it's the way the mountains cradle the town like a lullaby. Maybe it's how every snowfall seems to slow time just a little. In Banff, the cold doesn't bite, it embraces. And in that embrace, you rediscover the simple joy of the season. A mug of cocoa, a quiet night, a sky painted with stars. This is what Christmas feels like when the world falls still. It's not just a destination, it's a memory you'll carry home in your heart. Banff in December, where every snowflake tells a story of wonder. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Ottawa was never meant to be ordinary. It was chosen to unite a country. In 1857, Queen Victoria selected this city as Canada's capital, a neutral ground between English and French heritage. What began as a frontier settlement soon became a symbol of national identity. Set along the Ottawa River, the city was shaped by water, willpower, and winter. Today, its Gothic revival architecture still whispers the ambitions of a young nation. Parliament Hill rises like a cathedral of democracy. The Peace Tower stands tall against the sky, its bells marking the rhythm of the city's heart. Nearby, the Chateau Laurier reigns in elegance, a masterpiece of limestone and history. But it's December that transforms Ottawa into something almost mythical. Snow wraps the capital in white serenity, softening its grandeur with grace. The Christmas Lights Across Canada Festival paints Parliament and its surroundings in shimmering color. The light projection tells stories of unity, hope, and winter's quiet magic. Across the Rideau Canal, families lace up skates and step into a Canadian tradition over a century old. This UNESCO World Heritage Site becomes a river of joy stretching through the city's heart. Local artisans fill Byward Market with holiday scents and laughter. The mix of English and French voices gives the season its distinct rhythm. Churches host midnight masses that echo with ancient carols. Museums and galleries, from the National Gallery to the Canadian Museum of History, host winter exhibits that bridge old and new. Every building, from Victorian homes to modern glass towers, carries the story of Canada's evolution. Yet through all its changes, one truth remains: Ottawa belongs to winter. It's where snow defines time and light defines hope. Where the hum of politics fades into the hush of falling snow. Here, Christmas is not just celebrated, it's remembered. It's a reflection of the nation itself, diverse, resilient, and luminous. As the northern lights flicker faintly above the horizon, the city holds its breath in peace. This is Ottawa, Canada's heart, wrapped in December's embrace. A capital built on unity, glowing brightest in the quiet of winter. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Calgary, a city that rises boldly where the prairies meet the peaks. It's the modern face of Canada's West, fast, innovative, and full of energy. Yet when December arrives, the pace softens and another side awakens. The skyline that once mirrored ambition now reflects holiday warmth. Snow dusts the skyscrapers, and the city hums in shades of gold. Founded in the late 1800s as a Northwest Mounted Police post, Calgary's story is written in grit and grace. The legacy of ranchers and settlers still lingers beneath its modern pulse. You can see it in the cowboy hats at Christmas parades and the hospitality in every smile. The Calgary Stampede may belong to summer, but the holiday spirit belongs to winter. Stephen Avenue glows under miles of twinkling light. The Glenbow Museum hosts winter art exhibits celebrating Indigenous and Canadian heritage. Ice skaters carve their joy into the frozen heart of Olympic Plaza. In East Village, cafes bustle with artists, travelers, and storytellers escaping the cold. The sound of laughter mingles with the jingle of sleigh bells. Markets burst with color, handmade leather, maple fudge, and winter crafts. Above it all, the Calgary Tower gleams red and green like a North Star of the city. Nearby, churches host candlelit concerts echoing through the frosty air. The Rockies loom close, calling to those who chase silence in snow. From here, you can see both the wild and the world in one glance. Calgary is that rare blend of frontier soul and urban brilliance. A city that honors its roots but reaches for the future. In December, that balance becomes beauty. You feel it in the stillness between snowfalls. In the kindness of strangers holding open doors. In in the city's quiet pride that doesn't need to shout. This is Calgary, a northern light in motion, glowing brighter when the cold arrives. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it too, the heartbeat of Christmas echoing through the Rockies. St. Louis, USA. There's something unforgettable about St. Louis in winter. Maybe it's the way the Gateway Arch gleams like ice against the morning sun. Or the way snow falls on the riverfront, softening the roar of the Mississippi. This city, once the launching point of America's westward dreams, still feels like a gateway, but now to wonder. Founded over 250 years ago, St. Louis wears its history proudly. French roots linger in its cuisine and charm, while the rhythm of jazz and blues gives its nights a heartbeat. You can taste the world here, from toasted ravioli to gooey butter cake, every flavor wrapped in local pride. The people are open, warm, and grounded. Their Midwestern hospitality feels especially bright during the holidays. When December comes, the city turns into a living snow globe. Downtown glows with the glow of Christmas markets, where artisans sell handmade treasures and steaming mugs of cider. Union Station's holiday train show is pure childhood wonder. Lights, music, and magic all under one vast roof. Forest Park, one of the largest urban parks in the U.S., becomes a playground of ice and laughter. can skate under the stars or stroll through snow-covered trails surrounded by stillness. In the central West End, historic mansions glitter with lights, and jazz pours from doorways like warmth. Then there's the Botanical Garden, Garden Glow they call it, a dazzling maze of color and calm. Even the air feels different here, crisp but kind. Locals gather for candlelight concerts and community dinners. Everywhere, there's a sense of belonging, like the city itself is giving you a hug. And when you look up at the arch on Christmas night, the lights reflecting in its steel curve, it feels symbolic, a reminder that hope, like the river, keeps flowing. St. Louis isn't just a city to visit, it's a city to feel. A city that invites you to slow down, to listen, to believe again. Because here, in the heart of America, December still echoes with wonder. Salt Lake City, USA. Nestled between towering mountains and the vast Great Salt Lake, Salt Lake City feels like it was built for winter. It's clean, bright, and alive, a perfect blend of mountain adventure and holiday warmth. Founded in 1847 by Mormon pioneers, the city's heart still beats with that spirit of faith and resilience. You can see it in the design of Temple Square, an architectural gem that glows with purpose and grace. But Salt Lake isn't just sacred, it's soulful. In December, the entire city feels like a Christmas card come to life. Downtown bursts into color as Temple Square unveils its legendary light display. Millions of tiny bulbs illuminate every tree, every archway, every reflection in the snow. Families stroll arm in arm, sipping cocoa, taking photos, whispering wow into the cold air. Nearby, the Gallivan Center hosts ice skating under a canopy of stars and string lights. Street performers play carols while snow drifts around their feet. Hop into a car, and within 30 minutes, you're in another world. Ski slopes at Park City, Brighton, or Snowbird. The powder is deep, the air sharp, the view's endless. It's the kind of beauty that makes you forget the world below. Back in town, cozy cafes fill with laughter. And restaurants serve hearty mountain fare. Think elk stew, sourdough bread, and local honey cider. Evenings belong to candlelight concerts and quiet drives through the avenues, where homes glow with vintage charm. Everywhere, there's balance between nature and city, stillness and celebration. The people of Salt Lake don't just endure winter, they honor it. They make it art. Christmas here feels both grand and grounded. There's no rush, no chaos, just calm wonder. You come for the snow, but stay for the serenity. And when night falls, and the lights of Temple Square shimmer beneath the mountain stars, you'll understand why they call this place the heart of a continental Christmas. Winnipeg, Canada. If you want to know what a true Canadian winter feels like, come to Winnipeg. Located right in the center of the country, it's often called the gateway to the prairies, but in December, it feels more like a gateway to Christmas itself. Winnipeg is tough, beautiful, and full of heart. The cold might take your breath away, but the people will give it right back in smiles, warmth, and laughter. This city has roots that run deep, from the First Nations who gathered at the Forks for centuries, to the fur traders, voyageurs, and immigrants who shaped its rhythm. That heritage still beats through its streets. Start your journey at the Forks, where markets, art, and music fill the air. You can rent skates and glide along the frozen Red River Trail, one of the longest natural skating paths on Earth. Stop by for hot chocolate, roasted marshmallows, and live music by the fire pits. Downtown, the historic Exchange District glows under strings of lights, its century-old buildings turning the snow into gold. At the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, modern architecture meets the timeless light of hope. Evenings bring a different kind of magic, the Festival du Voyageur, where locals celebrate French-Canadian heritage with music, snow sculptures, and joy. If you're lucky, you might catch the northern lights rippling just beyond the horizon. It's the kind of sight that silences even the chatter of the cold wind. What makes Winnipeg special isn't just what you see, it's what you feel. You feel community, warmth, survival, and pride. You feel life thriving in a land that should be asleep. Every corner of this city tells the same story. We endure and we shine. When Christmas lights flicker on the rivers and laughter fills the air, you realize this isn't just another stop on your map. Winnipeg is a reminder that even in the coldest places, the human heart burns bright. And that's what makes December here unforgettable. Mendoza, Argentina. If you've ever wondered what Christmas feels like under the southern sun, come to Mendoza. Here, December smells like grapes, grilled meats, and fresh summer air. The Andes rise like guardians in the distance, tall, timeless, and breathtaking. Mendoza's story began in the 16th century, where Spanish settlers met the wisdom of the native Huarpe people. Together, they learned to tame the desert through water and patience. Today, that same spirit of resilience flows through the city's veins. Its wide boulevards, shaded by sycamores, come alive with the rhythm of life. As December arrives, the city transforms, not into a snowy fairy tale, but a festival of color. Christmas lights wrap around palm trees and plazas glow with song. Locals gather for open-air markets filled with crafts, candles, and laughter. Musicians strum guitars beneath balconies adorned with flowers. Families share asado feasts in their gardens, the scent of fire and wine drifting through the air. Kids play barefoot while grandparents raise a glass of Malbec to the evening sky. You can feel the warmth, not just from the sun, but from the people themselves. Mendoza's Christmas is simple, heartfelt, and full of connection. No rush, no frost. Just joy under an orange twilight. The cathedral bells ring softly over the hum of cicadas. Candlelight masses spill out into the streets, blending prayer and song. Fireworks crackle in the distance as night falls. Somewhere beyond the hills, vineyards glow faintly under the moonlight. It's a season of togetherness and gratitude, a southern kind of Christmas. Where the snow is replaced by stars and scarves by sun hats. Where love is not bundled up, it's shared openly, freely. Mendoza reminds you that warmth can be its own kind of wonder. Here, joy grows like vines, deeply rooted, beautifully endless. December doesn't freeze, it blooms. And in the glow of the Andes, you'll discover that Christmas has many colors, and Mendoza is one of its brightest. Punta del Este, Uruguay. In Uruguay's shimmering south, Punta del Este stands where land becomes legend. A peninsula of light and life, where art, sea, and soul intertwine. Founded in the early 1900s, the town grew from humble fishermen's huts into Latin America's Riviera. Yet, even with its fame, it's never lost its authenticity. The people here live by the rhythm of the ocean, and December is their symphony. The scent of asado mingles with sea breeze. Laughter spills from verandas. The afternoon sun paints everything gold: rooftops, sand, skin. In the old port, sailboats bob like lazy dancers on the tide. Artists sketch sunsets. Musicians tune guitars on street corners. At dusk, the iconic Casa Pueblo glows white against the cliffs, part sculpture, part song. Created by Uruguayan artist Carlos Páez Villaró, it feels like a dream carved from light itself. There, every sunset is a ritual, the sun's descent celebrated with applause. As Christmas nears, markets bloom with color, handmade jewelry, beach candles, local wine. Children chase bubbles. Teenagers strum guitars by the promenade. The churches open their doors for midnight mass, candles flickering in the salty air. When the bells ring, they blend with the rhythm of the waves. On Playa Brava, the sculpture of La Mano glows softly under starlight. It's as if the earth itself is reaching up to touch the heavens. Fireworks arc across the night, reflected in the Atlantic's silver skin. Couples dance barefoot on the beach, tango steps merging with samba and laughter. The night never rushes here, it lingers, slow and sweet. Punta del Este's Christmas is sensory, a blend of ocean salt, candle wax, and song. It's a moment suspended between Earth and eternity. The warmth isn't just from the sun, it's from the people. From every smile, every toast, every shared sunset. Here, December doesn't whisper, it celebrates. Punta del Este, where Christmas finds its rhythm in the sound of the sea. Montevideo, Uruguay. On the shores of the Rio de la Plata, where the river meets the sea, lies Montevideo, gentle, glowing, alive. A city where time slows and the light softens into gold. December here feels like a song, half summer breeze, half distant memory. Founded in 1724, Montevideo carries centuries of stories within its calm rhythm. The old town Ciudad Vieja stands proud, colonial facades dressed in color and history. Cobblestone streets echo with laughter, footsteps, and the faint sound of tango. The scent of roasted coffee and salty air weaves through the morning light. Along La Rambla, the city stretches beside the ocean, 13 miles of sky and freedom. Couples walk hand in hand, waves whispering secrets at their feet. In December, the sea breeze mingles with music and celebration. Christmas here doesn't freeze, it glows. Palms sway gently above plazas filled with lights and laughter. Children play beneath fountains as families gather for outdoor dinners. The aroma of asado fills the night, mingling with the sweetness of dulce de leche. Montevideo's skyline twinkles under the southern stars. The Solis Theater, grand and graceful, hosts carols that echo through the marble halls. From the old port market comes the pulse of drums, Candome, the city's heartbeat. The rhythm rises, alive with African roots and Latin soul. It's not a holiday of snow, but of sun and spirit. Fireworks bloom over the bay, painting the waves with light. Lovers dance barefoot on the sand. Strangers share smiles like gifts. Here, warmth doesn't come from fires. It comes from people. From laughter that carries down the streets, from songs sung at twilight. Montevideo doesn't celebrate Christmas, it lives it. With grace, rhythm, and the easy joy of summer. Every December breeze carries a whisper of hope. And in that whisper, you'll hear the heartbeat of South America itself. Valparaiso, Chile. On the rugged coast of Chile, where the Pacific crashes against cliffs painted in sunlight, lies Valparaiso, a city that breathes color, chaos, and soul. Built on 45 hills rising from the sea, it looks less like a city and more like a dream spilled onto the shore. Staircases wind like ribbons through walls of art and history. Every house is a brushstroke: turquoise, saffron, coral, violet, blending into a masterpiece that never stops moving. Valparaiso was once the jewel of the Pacific, a maritime legend where sailors from every nation docked in search of gold, glory, and escape. The echoes of those voyages still hum through its cobbled streets. Funiculars climb the hills like time machines, carrying you between centuries. And from the top, Cerro Alegre, Cerro Concepcion, you see it all: the ocean, the ships, the living mosaic below. But December brings something special, a softer kind of wonder. Here, Christmas arrives with sun and salt in the air. Instead of snow, there's light, golden, endless, and alive. Street musicians play carols in Spanish rhythms, blending Christmas spirit with coastal soul. The harbor glows with ships strung in lights, reflections dancing across the waves. At night, cafes spill laughter into the streets, and fireworks bloom over the bay. Valparaiso celebrates warmth, not from fire, but from people. Children chase light trails down alleyways painted with angels and poetry. Artisans sell ornaments made of seashells and copper, echoing Chile's roots. Church bells ring from hilltops, their sound rolling through the ocean wind. There's no winter here, but still, it feels like Christmas. Because joy doesn't need snow, it just needs a heartbeat. And in Valparaiso, that heartbeat never stops. Every color's a note, every wall a song. This is not just a city, it's an open heart facing the sea. And when December comes, it beats brighter than ever. Aspen, Colorado, USA. Aspen, Colorado, where winter dreams meet mountain reality. Nestled deep in the Rockies, this town has a story that began with silver and now glitters with snow and starlight. Once a mining outpost, Aspen reinvented itself into one of the world's most iconic ski destinations. But beyond the fame and luxury, it's the atmosphere that captures you first. Crisp air, golden light, and endless peaks. December here feels like stepping inside a snow globe that somehow came alive. Downtown Aspen is charming and intimate, streets lined with boutiques, bakeries, and cozy lodges. Snow hangs heavy on rooftops while fairy lights glow against the chill. You'll see skiers walking through town in their boots, laughing, steaming cocoa in hand. Four mountains surround the valley: Aspen Mountain, Highlands, Snowmass, and Buttermilk, each offering its own flavor of adventure. But even if you never ski, there's magic everywhere. You can take a horse-drawn sleigh through Maroon Creek, past frozen forests and crystal rivers. Or sip hot toddies beside the fire at the St. Regis as snow falls silently outside. The annual 12 Days of Aspen Festival turns the town into a winter carnival. Carolers, fireworks, art shows, and candlelight. Locals and visitors gather together as though they've always known each other. There's luxury here, yes, but also warmth, community, and joy. Aspen proves that elegance and authenticity can coexist. Everywhere you turn, mountains frame your view like a living postcard. And at night, when the valley glows beneath the stars, it feels like time has stopped. Christmas here isn't about spectacle, it's about soul. The peace of snow falling, the laughter shared over mulled wine, the beauty of light and darkness. Aspen makes you believe in winter again, not as a chill, but as a celebration. And when you leave, you'll find that part of your heart stays behind, carved into the snow, still echoing with December's glow. Lake Louise, Canada. Deep in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, there's a place where silence shines, Lake Louise. A mirror of turquoise in summer, now transformed into a cathedral of ice and light. Here, December doesn't just arrive, it descends like a dream. Snow drapes over the peaks, soft as breath, eternal as memory. The lake lies still, frozen beneath 1,000 stars. The mountains rise like sleeping giants, their crowns shimmering in moonlight. Long ago, indigenous peoples called this place the Lake of Little Fishes. Later, the railway came, and travelers followed, chasing the beauty whispered through the pines. The Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise stands proudly at the shore, a castle carved in frost. Its windows glow golden against the white of the world. Inside, fires crackle, glasses clink, and laughter warms the air. Outside, the snow crunches under skates and boots, a rhythm of wonder. The frozen lake becomes a dance floor for the brave and the dreaming. Children glide like angels over crystal ice. Couples hold hands beneath a sky painted in auroras and starlight. The scent of pine and cocoa mingles with the mountain air. December here is not just a month, it's a miracle. A hymn sung by wind through the evergreens. Every flake that falls feels deliberate, ancient, sacred. The night glows blue, the silence hums with peace. In the distance, the Rockies echo faintly, like a choir of the earth itself. At midnight, the world pauses, holding its breath in awe. You realize Christmas isn't about sound, it's about stillness. Not about gifts, but grace. Lake Louise doesn't celebrate Christmas. It embodies it. A frozen heart that beats with the light of the north.